Hello,
One.
hello. And welcome back to Shadow Space. Yeah. Where I am currently joined by oh, I did not reset everybody's star points. Whoops. I'll fix that in a second. But I'm joined by
Renegade.
Seth, played by Vania.
Hello, it's I, the one who played
So
Seth.
loud,
Hello.
holy shit.
Hello. It's too bad. I can be loud all I want. Hello.
My ears. Uh
Hi.
Barbara the Barbarian, played by Tristan.
Hello, everybody!
Torian the Robofrog, played by Jade.
I'm Jade. I play Torian.
Oh.
Max, played by Atomic Squid.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful, and it's great honor to be on Shadow Space. You know, it's a wonderful campaign, great campaign, excellent campaign.
Bless you.
Followed by Brian.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
What? Bless you again.
And this week we have Hopper missing in action, so I'm just gonna, whoops. I'm just gonna real quick just do. Why is it?
Retcon her, and we're not allowed to acknowledge that she ever existed.
Why isn't it letting me paint on this layer? Oh, because I'm on the group, not the.
Like Spider-Man from No Way Home. As soon as he makes that
We
deal.
could just use our imagination.
Spoilers.
I realized. Wait, why not just separate them? I think you could just hide them.
Cause all of the other characters are on the same layer. So I'm just, we're just gonna.
Yes. But why?
You know, Hopper's dead now. You all failed to save them, so now they're dead.
Oh,
Is this because we talked back to you?
like one of those telltale sequences in like The Walking Dead. Do you choose Scary or do you choose Clementine?
But
I'm upset that Hopper died. I can't believe it. Now I gotta make her funeral.
yeah, in
already.
reality, the player is away
damn,
for
that
a
means I have
little
to buy a
while.
suit.
So last session was gonna end either with them getting kidnapped, or if you all did good enough, it was going to end with them being injured and out of commission for a short time. Those were the two
Wow, that
outcomes.
was a good ending.
No, yeah, them being out of commission was the good ending. You got the bad ending.
God told me no, and I risked it all and gambled all of my star points, and I still lost.
I think for the most part,
Sad
everybody did.
day. Hey, you're
Alright,
not
Now
wrong
we do a
there.
5-year time jump.
Can't believe someone will become an alcoholic very soon. Crazy.
Max has used the time jumps.
Barbara's gonna become Fat Thor.
Become fat Thor. Crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. I gotta make sure that. Hang on. The health bar UI is accurate as well. Let me just. Hang on. You all can't see, but I'm doing things. Alright, there we go. The UI is now correct. Although I realize I need to use a darker gray so it doesn't get chroma keyed out.
So, if I ever edit this together, this is the stuff I'm gonna be cutting out of the episode.
Oh, are you volunteering to edit for me now?
I don't know.
For now.
I don't know anything about editing, unfortunately. Sorry, bud.
Oh, it's okay.
I mean, first I need to find out if I can download 3-hour videos.
I can email them to you through Google Drive. But anyway, let's. Now that I've done that, words, and how they're used. I had a start in mind for this session, and I'm already dropping the ball.
You mean this isn't it?
It's like puberty in here, how much I'm dropping the ball.
That ball.
Also, hang on. Why is Hopper's
Oh,
leg disappearing?
Usually we begin with a recap.
You Thanos snapped Hopper out of
Yeah.
existence.
Again, we could just use our imagination.
No, hang on. I'm a good game master. Alright, I'll fix Hopper's leg and make it not get chroma keyed out later, because I can't get the color right. So... as we open up... only 5 minutes in. The camera is slowly drifting through the air ducts and ventilation systems located underneath the city. As we pan along, we see an unconscious Torian lying in the gutter. And then their eyes flicker back on as you find yourself coming to. Last thing you remember, you were in the midst of a fight trying to save an unconscious Hopper when a bright light flashed and then everything seemed to just go black.
What the?
You still there?
Where am I?
You have had a similar feeling before when you were hit by, or when your own EMP blasts knocked your systems offline. Maybe it was something similar to that.
Oh dear. Wait, Hopper, gas mask, Hopper, where's Hopper?
I assume you get up and exit through the gratings of the area you're in.
Yeah. At the very least, just to see what's happening above the gratings.
You emerge and begin to look around, trying to figure out hey, where are you? What happened? And you see Barbara you come up and you're at the entrance of the southern metro system of Bibble, and you can see Barbara is down by the big airlock doors that have been installed when the metro systems were abandoned, with their robot hand switched to the sword mode, and they're holding their robot arm with their human hand, bashing it against the wall, demanding that, get this door open! And meanwhile, you can see the rhino-headed splicer has gas mask guy pinned against a wall. And Barbara, you can start acting out the scene as well now. You can feel your arm starting to wake up all of a sudden.
How long is this after the last one? Is it immediately after?
Oh yeah, pretty much immediately after.
Right, nothing for it. I bring out my plasma blade.
You pull out the plasma blade, and immediately the hedgehog guy near you is like, "Whoa, hold on now! Don't go cutting it up." And first off, I don't even think that thing's long enough to make it all the way through these things. Secondly, these airlocks are to protect the entire city. If something were to blow out in those tunnels and we didn't have the airlock system in place, we'd all die. Listen, they locked the doors up behind them. Doesn't really matter. We got what we wanted now. And he turned, and the other splicers are all starting to go into the weapon crates full of experimental weaponry now. And he's like, I doubt, don't you try and do anything funny either, metal freak, he says as he starts grabbing weaponry. the rhino guy holding up gas mask guy by the neck. He's like, so you're a cyborg then? Why help us? This is all about much more than your petty squabble. I have no hold within I have no, what's the word? I have no interest in the fighting happening in this little town. The rhino guy squints at him. Do either of you want to say anything further? There's already people pointing weapons at both Torian and Barbara, but not attacking.
Didn't we already kill you?
And he just starts laughing to himself. And as he does, we're going to cut away.
Damn it.
To a empty black void. Max, you feel cold. It's foggy and distant, like you drunk too much. And you hear it. You. In the pitch blackness, a pair of eyes open up and a grinning smile emerges. You've been touched as well. Touched by the shadows.
And who are you?
Fuck. Hang on, I have his name written down. It's the leader of the Splicer guys. Shit. My notes are not clear.
Mr. Shadow Man.
Yeah, the Shadow Man from, was it The Princess and the Frog?
He's not Darwin. That's a different guy.
Mr. Keith.
Mr. Keith.
Mr.
I'm sorry, Dr. Keith.
You know what? Fine. His name's Dr. Keith now. I like that.
Dr. Keith. I can't believe he
Listen,
changed his name.
A good DM needs to be willing to adapt things to have fun with the players. Dr. Keith.
Yes, but a good DM also needs
Has
to
good
remember his
notes.
Story.
You need to organize your notes, buddy.
Dr. Keith. It's the guy who knocked you unconscious.
And if we remember his name later on, then we can just like say that's like his family name versus the name he kept in the divorce.
Yep, there we go. It's canon.
So wait, he got in a divorce? Who is his wife? No, that's the question. Who's his wife?
Karen took the kids.
Where is his?
Karen took
About child support.
Karen Keith. That sounds like a villain if I ever heard one.
Karen Keith. Wow.
You mean KK? Or her middle name could be, Kyle.
No, let's not do that joke. Anyway.
Anyways, you're in a black void.
Ah, yes. He's like, you've been touched by the shadow as well. Or
You could say specialty.
let's see exactly what happened to you. And his hand reaches out and touches you, and we see flashing images. A man in yellow and black armor holding a rifle. He fires it off at some people. Not an energy rifle, but an old-fashioned black powder one. One of the automatic weaponries, or one of the automatic firearms of Earth, of the old days. We then see a flash of a young girl with short brown hair and a bob cut. Not someone who looks not too dissimilar from a certain android we know. The man with the armor begins to reach his hand out, and then we see the helmet smashed open and broken. Max's face, clean shaven and younger, behind it. And the camera swings, and at the other end of his hand, a pool of blood. And then, what appears to be a rudimentary shadow drive, a very large one, more makeshift than the ones that are the sleek modern ones. and an explosion of purple. And then a voice echoes through your mind. Not now, but a memory of something from the past. Whisper. It's not coherent words, but an idea. A recognition. A realization of life. And then the words echo through your brain. You must protect her. I must protect her. I need to get her back. And then you shoot awake as you are lying on the floor mere moments after when you were knocked out. The hand of Dr. Keith. There's Keith now. The hand of Dr. Keith on your head or on your face. And then we're gonna quickly cut over to the unconscious Seth, who is completely unconscious, lying on the ground in his full armor. And you hear, like, you are unconscious, but you can hear, like, distant voices in your dream. Come on, brother, wake up. Wake up. God damn it, no. You didn't really make me do this to you? Fine. And then your suit's systems for injecting you with drugs activate, and you are jolted awake by the adrenaline surge of Spark entering your system. You and Seth awakening at the same time. I mean, you and Max. It's been only a few moments since when you two were knocked out, and the doctor looks very concerned as he stumbles back. Oh my god. Hang on. So, Doodle can't be with us today, but they are listening in on the stream and in the group chat. Hang on. Ooh, hang on. Come
Sorry
on.
about that, because I was trying to get the moment of him just like wheezing alive.
No, it's good. Come on, why isn't it showing the... Hang on. I'm trying to get the thing to show.
I need the right music. This music's
There we
not
go.
right for me right now.
This is the GIF. This is the GIF that they posted. Also, here's some wonderful art. Look at that. That's so great. Look at that good art. Hang on, scroll up a little bit more. Adorable.
Alright.
I love it. Let me now. I'm gonna give you an extra star point for that, Torian.
Thanks.
My cats are yelling at me. My two cats are in the room as we're recording. But yeah, the two of you wake up and the man stumbles back, incredibly worried expression on his face. He's like, what? No! No! And he's going to extend out his hand in an attempt to once again knock both of you out. But this time, both of you are going to be rolling with some advantage dice.
Okay.
Because of what just happened. So, it's still a level 9 challenge, but Seth, you're getting 2 advantage, and Max, you're getting 1 advantage.
Alright, nice.
Do
Watch it, we both still get knocked out.
Do either of you want to start at any star points? You need 9 successes.
I don't have any, unfortunately. I gambled it all.
No, you have 5 star points again. You reset to 5 every session.
Nah, I'm good. I got my own ideas what I want to do here.
Throw in 2 for me.
Throw in 2 for you. Do
Yeah.
either of you have any willpower-based abilities?
No, last I checked, my character isn't exactly the, like, he's an endurance type, that's for sure.
I mean, does having a sworn enemy count?
No.
Okay. I have that as an ability.
Everybody has that ability.
There's
So,
Fair.
Max, so you got 3 successes plus a burst. Oh, hang on, I did not roll your advantage die. Oh, shit, hang on. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. So you'd gotten 3 successes, then a separate success that was a burst, which burst into a 1, destroying itself, bringing you from 4 down to 3. I then rolled your advantage die, which burst into another success. So you have a total of 8 successes and 1 crashing failure. So for a star point, you can stay awake.
Alright, throw it in.
Alright, let me spend that. And now let me roll for Seth, who's shot awake from their drugs. And then they're rolling 2 more dice from their bonuses. Okay. So you rolled 7 successes. One of your successes burst into an 8. And then you got 2 crashing failures.
Not surprising on that last part.
So, if you spend 4 star points, you can roll 1 more die and hopefully pass.
Spending.
Okay, so 2 to get rid of the dice breaks, and then 2 more to roll an additional die. A 10. So it bursts. It bursts into just a normal die, no success. But that's enough for you to pass.
I just want to rip this guy's throat out. I'm sorry.
Why are you... Hang on, I think my cat wants to be let out of the room. Give me 2 seconds.
I want to rip his throat out.
Why would you want to rip out his cat's throat out?
No, not the cat. The fucking guy.
I'm kidding.
Ah! I've been waiting for this for I was gonna say a month. No, a
Okay.
week.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hello.
So as he extends his hand out, Max, you are able to stay, like, stable and conscious, and Seth, you are as well, and you, as their hand reaches out, you see what looks like a wave of energy extending from their hand toward you, and then, what's his name? The character tied to you, Seth.
Oh.
What's their
Is it
name again?
Is it his brother?
Yeah, I was trying to not say they were a brother, but yes, your brother.
James. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I spoiled it. I thought it was obvious.
James, James is
Okay, we'll cut this out.
James's Phantom. I will not. I do not remember to do that. James's Phantom is gonna pop up in front of you and, like, sort of almost like take as the shockwave flies towards you, they are hit with it and fly back into you, and the shockwave is gone. That's why you got 2 dice. And he stumbles back with a very worried look, and he's like, wait, no. And both of you have one action this round now, because one of your 2 actions were taken up by trying to resist.
I'm not
Well,
going to kill him, but for my action, I want to cripple him.
I want to kill him. I want to rip his throat out with my teeth. I want to bite him.
So you want to try and bite him, like pull your mask down, like remove your mask and bite him. And
Wait, I thought he has the mask that can make him bite.
oh, that's right, you have the fucking. Oh shit, I forgot you got that. The bear trap bite mouth.
Yes.
That's terrifying. I should update your sprite arc to include that.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking saw trap. And what is it you're trying to do specifically, Max?
I'm going to try and cripple him by using my special powers to break his kneecaps.
All right, who should I roll for first?
I know Seth is gonna run to him and fucking bite him, so.
Yeah, do Seth first then.
All right. Do you have any martial arts training? Has abilities?
Let me look. He's a brawler. He has the brawler trait.
All right, that's gonna give you something.
Yeah, you have a training in hand-to-hand combat. Roll plus 1d when fighting.
He's a rather high-level enemy, so hitting him is going to require 4 successes.
He also has bladed teeth. You may use your razor teeth with the extra point. Bite attacks is 5 damage. Yeah, pretty much.
Bite attacks are 5. Is that with the weapon or with your mutant power?
That's with my mutant power. I don't think you did a thing for my thing.
Oh, did I not give you the stat block for the teeth?
No, you didn't give me the stat block, unfortunately.
Hang on. I think I told it to you at the time and asked you to write it down. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm trying to look through my stat notes to see what I had written down as the stat block for the razor teeth. I think they were the same as Barbara's sword.
Is it the same?
Hang on. Yeah, I think it was the same stats as Barbara's sword because this was like sort of a makeshift weapon, which would mean it would be 4 damage.
4 damage? Alright.
From the external teeth. On top of whatever damage you deal with a good roll. So yeah, you need 4 successes to land a hit on them. Are you spending star points?
Yes.
You're gonna spend your last star point on an extra die?
Yep.
Alright. Okay. You got 6 successes, which means you are going to bite them and deal 6 damage because it's 4 plus how many you got over the required amount.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna roll for you, Max. Do you have anything that do you roll with any bonus dice from your ability?
I'll use the bonus dice, but I'm not using my stars.
Wait. What do you mean?
The star points. That's what I mean.
Wait, you are using your star points or you aren't?
Aren't.
Okay. Now, what I was asking is like, do you have any skills that give you extra dice in this check?
I know I have a gravity. I'm going to scroll up through the DMs again.
I know you have the ability. I'm wondering if you have like a stat giving you extra dice. We'd have it written down. Let me look. I'm looking at your character now. Okay, you do not have anything giving you bonus dice in it currently. Oh, keep in mind you guys have your hunger and well rested, which provide extra dice if you choose to use them.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay, then.
Do you want to use one of those?
Yeah, I'll use one of those then.
Well rested or well fed?
Well rested.
You needed 4 successes. You got 2. Do you want to spend 2 star points on another die or spell your well fed on another die?
I'll use my well fed then.
You're still just at 2 successes, I'm afraid. Do you want to use the last 2 star points for this attack or no?
I am not gonna use my star points. I need to save those.
Okay. So you raise your hand, getting ready to do your cool guy thing, but before you can, Seth just bolts forward, grabs the guy, and like their big metal teeth swing open, ready to chomp. But now, this is where it comes important. Remember, looking at your health bar, the red pips are your actual hit points, like the big red balls. while the bar below is like your stamina used for avoiding attacks. You only actually get hit when stamina runs out. So technically, you aren't landing an official hit on him, you're wearing down his stamina. So he, as you like go to chomp down on him, his eyes go wide in like clear visible panic, and he holds up his hand, pushing you back and like narrowly leans away from the chomp of your jaws. You know?
Yeah, no, I hear you on
So
that.
you officially landed the attack, it's just you didn't officially deal damage to him yet.
I just tired out.
Yeah, you just reduced his stamina, or you could also compare it to like the poise meter in Sekiro and other Souls-like games, like Another Crab's Treasure. And he's just like, oh no, please wait, as he stumbles back. If you kill me, I can't help your friends. Next round of combat is beginning. And he is going to immediately try and send another wave of energy at each of you.
Alright, I was gonna make him say that, you're the one that ruined everything! There you go.
Okay, that's gonna be a start point for you.
Hey, thanks.
I am trying to check something real fast.
Go for it. Also, Books and Smiles are in chat. Hello.
Hello, Books. Also, hello, Mask of Cards.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Changed. Yeah, that's me.
Hello, Mask of Cards.
I didn't know you changed your name.
Just a note, Brian, but you've been ignoring Doodle in the Discord.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't have the Discord open in front of me. Hang on. I'm trying to check. Where's the stat block for your drug you take?
It's on. Let me check my sheet. I know I wrote it down.
So many things. Like I have like 7 Google Doc pages open at a time that I'm always clicking between, on top of doing everyone's dice rolls and watching the stream.
Here you go.
Thank you. 5 rounds, okay. Oh yeah, so before we move to the next round, that's my bad. Spark gives you an extra action every round, so you still have 1 more action you can perform.
I'm gonna try to claw the shit out of him, so let's go. I'm gonna
Yeah, so
claw him.
after you attempted to bite him, you tried to swing your claws at him. You have martial arts training, right?
I have brawler.
Yeah, brawler. It's a bonus towards melee attack. You need 4
brawling.
successes to land the attack on him. Are you spending a star point or well fed?
No, not this time. I'll accept the fail.
Alright, you attempt to swing at him, and you got 2 successes out of required 4, so he pushed you away, like, he pushed at your shoulders to prevent you from chomping at him, and then as you go to swing, he de-grapples from you, stepping away, and that's when he stumbles back and is like, wait, no, if you kill me, I can't help your friends! And then you yell out the thing you yell out, and then he's gonna try and release another psychic wave. Max and Seth, what do you do? Seth, you have 3 actions. Max, you have 2. You will both have to dedicate an action to not being knocked out by him.
I'm gonna dedicate 1 action towards that, and my other action, if I remember correctly, I have a gun. Rifle.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna try and use the rifle to like shoot his hand that's trying to do the wavy stuff.
It's a level 9 challenge to not get knocked out. Are you gonna use anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the remainder of my star points.
So 2 more star points. Got it. So So you had 6 successes by default. 2 star points gives you 2 more dice. One of them was a success, one of them was a burst. That burst into a burst, which then burst into a 1. Meaning you had 10 successes and a 1, bringing you back down to the required 9 successes.
It was a good thing I saved those star points.
Yep. And Seth, I assume you're dedicating one of your 3 actions to staying conscious, right?
Yes. I am dedicating one of those actions for staying conscious.
So, for context on why you're getting why you're each getting the number of dice you are, Max, you're getting a bonus die from willpower granted by the images that flashed before you of your past. And Seth, you're getting +1 from the drug hyping up your adrenaline and making it hard to knock you out, and another one from your brother helping you.
Yes.
So sorry, did you want to spend your well-fed or your star points on helping you stay conscious?
Yes, I'll spend my star point. I do not want to be knocked out.
Alright, but not the well-fed?
Not yet, yes.
Well, it's actually good to hold on to the well-fed and well-rested, because you can use those after you know you've failed. So it's actually probably ideal to wait until after you know the initial results.
Yes.
Okay, goddamn. You got 5 successes with 2 dice breaks, bringing you down to 3, meaning you're gonna get knocked unconscious. Do you want to try and spend your well-fed in the off chance that you roll so many 10s that it keeps you going? It already happened once today.
Yes. If he doesn't go, you better expect anyone to feed him his bacon, because that's what he's gonna crave for. Let's go.
So your well-fed gave you a 10, which burst into a 1.
I'm gonna cry.
This is a boss level enemy that the 2 of you are fighting, like, on your own, so it's, like, it's a very hard enemy. And so you're not gonna get any more actions because you fell unconscious, sadly. Seth, you said you were gonna shoot?
Oh, you mean Max?
Yeah, Max, sorry.
Yeah.
You have
I'm gonna shoot
gunsmanship
his hand.
training, correct?
Yes, I have a rifleman skill as well.
Yeah, that's what I meant, was, rifleman.
Yep.
It is...
Plus the weapon itself has like a stabilizer too.
Yes, so it's level 4 to land a hit on him. Let me look at the weapon stats. Yeah, so it rolls with 1 extra die. Oh shit, hang on. It's 1d10, a 12, and a +1. It does 1 extra to the damage. What's the 12 stat again?
I thought the 12 was for accuracy.
Is this one for accuracy?
Oh, that's how much range it has with accuracy. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's it's an automatic weapon, so it fires a burst of rounds.
Yep.
You need 4 successes to land the hit. Ooh. Okay. So you got 4 successes with 1 dice break, bringing you down to 3. But the way a burst gun works, I roll and that's how many shots you fire, so you're firing 3 shots.
Yep.
Because that's what the die said. So the first of the 3 misses. The next one is treated as 1 higher success and then 1 higher. So the second 2 shots will hit him.
Ooh.
For both of them just for a single point of damage, though.
That's fine. Again, I'm not trying to kill, I'm trying to disarm and cripple the guy.
Which... Sorry, I'm just clicking between... like I said, I have like several documents open at all times that I'm clicking between. So, landing the, or you fire at him, and again, you're whittling down his stamina more than hurting him. As you fire at him, he, like, tucks and rolls away, and he's gonna now start, like, crawling on all 4s, trying to get away from both of you. Seth, or as we enter the next round, he is going to just try and make a break for it and leave the building now. Which, as he does though, he's going to look back over his shoulder at you, Max. He's like, please, brother, we do not need to fight like this.
What did you do to Hopper? Where is she?
We had to trade her for the weapons, and she's an abomination anyway.
We kept on telling you she's not an abomination. We kept on telling you we could have helped you, but you chose to make that deal anyways.
I had to think of my people, and you should think of yours. Attacking me like if you kill me, I won't be able to help your friends gain humanity.
Who says I was going to kill you?
And with that, he's now breaking for a run. Seth, I'm going to quickly do a willpower check to see if you wake up. Alright. So you're rolling 5 plus 2. Basically, you have 3 actions because you're under your drugs, so I'm going to start dedicating your actions to trying to wake you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go for it.
Your first one, you only got 2 points out of the required 9. Your second action, you got 4 out of the required 9, which means you don't wake up. Goddamn. So, you guys are getting so many fucking bursts, but also so many dice breaks. It's ridiculous. You got 9 successes because you had a burst that burst into a 1. So, aka you would have gotten 10, but because of the 1, it became a 9. So
he just passed out.
No, you woke up with your last action.
Okay.
This is the 3rd round of combat, correct?
Yes.
I should create a drug counter for how long Spark is under effect. Let me quickly add that to your UI. It'll take like 2 seconds. Because I can literally just copy and paste Barbara's adrenaline marker. So you still have 2 more rounds of your Spark being active before you have to take more. Oh god, so many things I'm clicking. Alright, so Max, you have your 2 actions as he is running. What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to use my abilities again, but this time I'm going to try and use my gravity abilities to pull him back into the room. Kind of like a poltergeist-ish kind of move.
Alright.
And then my other action is to shoot his kneecaps.
You got 3 successes on your gravity maneuvering, which I'm going to say is enough to trip him. So
okay.
you reach out and pull your hand toward yourself, and his feet yank out from under him, and he falls flat on his face. Which yes, now we're all finally seeing Max has crazy ass shadow touched powers.
Yep.
Absolutely demolishing the bugger while watching the amazingness on how you guys don't today. Wait, what? Oh, demolishing this burger. That's what you said. You said your second action was going to be spent shooting?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot his kneecaps.
I'm going to give you an advantage because he's been tripped. Oh, man. Again, so you got 2 bursts, but you also got 2 1s. One of your bursts has burst into a burst. So you got 4 successes, enough to hit him, but then with 2 1s. But you're using an automatic weapon, so let me roll to see how many shots you fire. 10 shots. Holy shit. 1. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But only 7 of the 10 go before your gun runs out or is overheated and can't continue firing. But that's okay, because that means that you are landing how many of those hits? Of those 7 shots, 5 of them are hitting him in the leg, all of them doing 1 point of damage, which is enough to deal an injury to him, as his stamina has run its course. So you unload on his leg, and you, like, you know, you blast holes through his the backs of his legs, and he, you know, he's I need backup, and he's like at the door on his ground, legs shot. As the doors are going to, or are you going to now hear a bunch of people running in this direction? You know. He's like, have mercy. Do you want your friends to be human? As he's like rolls over on his back, and now it's your guys' turn again. Seth and Max, you're both awake, but before anything else, well, real quick, I'm going to drain another charge of your drug, Seth. And he is going to attempt to knock you both out again. Seth, you're rolling 7 dice to resist. You had 1 dice burst, which resulted in another dice burst. 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 That is the most satisfying thing in this system. When a burst bursts, which bursts, which bursts, which bursts. There's something that's like, that's where I'm like, I made a good system in my head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got again 10 successes with 1 dice break, bringing it down to 9, keeping you conscious.
Wow. That constant of just that last bit.
Max, you are rolling 6 dice. You got a dice burst, which bursts, which I mean, I guess it makes sense that, like, when you're rolling 6 to 7 dice that are all D10s, odds are at least one of them will be a 10, right?
Yeah.
So you getting at least 1 burst in your roll makes sense. What doesn't make sense is you guys keep getting a burst, which bursts, which bursts, which bursts, which bursts. You got 9 successes exactly.
Hey!
So you both stay conscious as he tries to knock both of you out. You are rolling obscenely well right now. This is a boss enemy that is like intended to take all of you to take him down. God damn.
We're ruining your plans.
Like, mainly, so the big thing here is, like, Torian and Hopper are immune to his power. So the idea was supposed to be, when you guys fight him, you know, similar to how the gas mask guy had an EMP blast that would take out Torian and Hopper and, Barbara's arm. This guy had an ability that was supposed to fuck up the human players. But you guys are just fucking rolling great and whooping ass.
What? They're gonna
Yeah,
kill
it's not a
him.
day's work.
Listen, it's rage. The moment you take Hopper, that's it. They're both gonna kill. Well, Seth wants to kill.
Yeah.
Regardless, he'll kill.
He's on his back. You guys can hear support running into the room. Max, you have 1 action. Seth, you have 2.
Alrighty, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to use my gravity ability to drag him into the room as my 1 action. And Seth, you can hold him as a hostage.
Perfect. I was gonna grapple him while I was gonna run after him, so.
Alrighty.
You do your move first, and then if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna just do what I was gonna plan: charge and just fucking try to grapple him.
Alrighty. Then we're gonna go with plan A and then fall to plan B if anything falls through.
Max, you got 3 actions, which I'm gonna say is enough to drag him into the room. And Max, you were gonna grab him and hold him hostage?
No,
Seth was gonna hold him
Sorry, that's what I'm gonna say. Seth, you're gonna hold him hostage? Sorry. So many names, my brain's jumbling them. So you're gonna get a die for your brawling skill, but you're gonna roll with disadvantage because you're giant, meaty, or no, it's a big, meaty claws.
Balls.
And you need 4 successes to get the grapple. You got 5, so you yank him up off the ground or holding him, and you still have 1 action if you want to use it for something.
I want to bite him again. I'm gonna bite
Jesus.
his head. I'm sorry, man. This man's after blood. You literally took something away from him. He's gonna kill. I'm sorry. He's going bonkers right now, and
You
he
got
doesn't give a
5 successes with 1 dice break, which is enough to get the attack off, but of course his stamina, he squirms in your grappled position and like is able to like pull his head away and not get bitten because his stamina reset after receiving the injury. But you just took out a good chunk of his stamina as he's struggling against you.
This man's gonna give him nightmares when he goes to
No,
bed.
please! Please! He's like panicked. And a bunch of splicers are gonna come running in through the 2 doorways. Like basically 2 splicers at each door aiming guns in. And there's like, don't move! Let him go! What do you all say in response?
I'll kill him if you shoot.
And there's clear tension. And next round begins. This is the last round of your spark being under effect, so you're about to start going into withdrawal, Seth.
Yep.
After this round, which what were the symptoms of withdrawal again? It's disadvantage on certain actions, right? Did I send you the results of withdrawal or the effects of withdrawal? I don't think I sent you the withdrawal.
Sparkhead, you're addicted to spark. When not high on spark, you lose 1 action per turn.
Okay, so yeah, you're
That
only
is my side effect.
right. So when you're high on it, you get 3 actions. When you're not, you have 1 action per turn.
Yep.
So this is your last round of 3 actions. Of course, 1 action for both of you is going to be dedicated to resisting his psychic wave.
Yep.
Seth rolls 7 dice, needs to get at least 9 successes. There's a burst in there. Which burst? But you only have 8 successes.
Man.
So you're gonna slip into unconsciousness. And in the turn you go unconscious, you just miss that entire turn. And next turn, you're able to start attempting to wake up. Max, you're rolling 6 dice.
Bro, it's like having, like, fucking...
You got a burst, which burst, but there's a dice break as well. You got a total of 6 successes, which becomes a 1 from the dice break. Which means you fall unconscious too.
I like to think that when this guy tries to do his wave, he's just cutting blood from the brain.
I'm not gonna go into the details of exactly how his psychic ability, or how his shadow touch ability works.
I'm making my own theory that he either puts too much blood in the brain where he cuts it out that makes you fucking pass out. I don't know. I'm making my assumptions.
So, both of you slip into unconsciousness. Man, you survived that way better than I thought you would. Holy shit!
You underestimate 2 angry people that are willing to not only make this man crippled, but also to probably kill him.
Who's the two
I
of
mean,
you?
like,
As the 2 of you fall unconscious, the audio fades in of the laughing of Gas Mask Guy as we cut back to Barbara and Torian. You thought you killed me? I can't die.
We'll see. Now tell us,
You mean-
where are you taking Hopper? Or where are your men taking Hopper?
She's gonna get brought to my lab to be pulled apart and understood. She's I've learned in my fights with you, or with that group of fools that you fight yourself with. Hopper is more than an android. She's something advanced, something special. There's something in her. I don't know what it is, but I will know what it is.
I pull out my my metal sword and I go, "Where is your lab? Tell me, or I start chopping bits off."
You can't
Torian is
kill.
going to.
You can't kill me in any way that matters. Sorry, what was Torian gonna do?
Oh, I think Torian was going to try to help with intimidation and by brandishing their arm cannons.
You cannot intimidate him with threats of violence. You can't even roll for it. He is immune to threats of violence. And as you are approaching him, though, with your weapons up, all of the splicers are going to point the cool experimental guns they got at you to. Put your weapons down, robots!
I take
Wait.
off my sunglasses. What did you call me?
The one of them look up and they're like, "You're." He lowers the ones aiming at you lower their weapons. "You're a splicer. We can take you to Dr. Keith. He can help you with your arm."
What's wrong with my arm? I hold up my my left arm.
I'm sorry. Books and smiles in the chat. You can't
Along with a middle finger being
You-
slowly raised up.
You can't intimidate him with threats of violence. Me panicking. "I'm gonna kiss you on the lips." That's a good one.
That is a threat right there. That guy should be pissed scared now.
That's fair. If this guy is deeply sex repulsed, we might have a weakness.
Oh.
Can't
So-
believe it.
So what was the action you just did, Barbara? Sorry, that funny comment distracted me.
I said, "What's wrong with my?" I said, "What's wrong with my arm?" As I hold up my left
Oh, your
my
human
left arm
hand.
with a middle finger slowly being raised up.
Sheeps, you can be funny most of the time. They're like, "No, the robot arm. We can grow you a new one,
Torian
a
holds
better
up their
one."
arm.
What? Torian holds out their arm?
Yeah, because that's a robot arm.
Okay, I'm giving both of you a star point.
Yay!
Uh,
I don't really care right now. I'm just. I want to find Hopper. This sack of shit kidnapped my friend, and I want her back.
The android? Listen, you were fooled by her. It's okay. She deceived you, but she's been handed over to some people who will be able to handle her now. This is the hedgehog guy approaching you with his hands up, trying to calm you
I don't
down.
remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Oh, Bobby, I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing when it came to propane and propane accessories.
Who said that?
Words. Words. I can speak them. I can speak words. I'm trying to say things, and my brain is failing me.
Wordle, 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 wordle,
gas
wordle,
mask guy.
wordle.
Right. Words. I can say them.
Well?
Sorry, fucking major brain fart happening. What was the last thing said? I feel like I'm having a stroke.
I said, who's holding up gas mask guy?
One of the rhino splicer has him pinned to the wall.
Take his mask off.
they're gonna like grab at the base of him. He's like, "Don't, stop! That's not a mask, you fuck!" And they pull their hand away, like, "Oh."
Oh. Okay, Torian goes over to help them take the mask off.
You walk over and he's like, "I'm not wearing a mask."
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I can't hear you over this mask that you're wearing. Maybe without the muffling, it'll be easier to hear you.
All right.
Yes, maybe if you give us a location, then we'll be able to understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna do a strength check for Torian. Do you have a strength skill outside of your just being so dang big?
I think I have a dedicated strength skill. Let me just double check.
Well, you double check. I'm gonna take a bite of my egg sandwich that I've had sitting on the side here.
Again,
You do?
I do have strong.
You got 4 successes, 1 disadvantage. I'm sorry, hang on. So dude's been posting gifs in the chat this whole time. And just this one struck me. This one speaks to me.
My God.
He's so round.
He is very round.
I believe he prefers the term Rubenesque.
Ruben-esque.
No.
But
Gas mask.
How's that strength check coming
so you got
along?
4 successes with 1 dice break. I'm gonna say you have to spend a star point to pass this check.
I'll spend a star point to pass this check.
So you walk up to him, you grab at sort of like the lowest point you can feel that feels like it could be the base of the neck, and you pull up with all your strength, and you rip the mask off, and he screams in pain. You've just ripped his entire head off.
How's he screaming with his head off?
He screams as it's pulling off, and then the screaming cuts.
Oh.
You ripped his head off.
You just killed a person. Can't believe
Is this
The
the
same
way
person.
that matters that he was warning us about?
A little bit of like fluid and blood dripping down from the neck hole. It's like blood and some other separate fluid.
Does Barbara notice this?
Yeah, you can see him leaking.
Barbara wants to take a closer look at the fluid, see if she can figure out what it is.
I'm gonna do an engineering check. Do you have a specific engineering skill or just jack of all trades?
Jack of all trades, baby!
You got 2 successes with 2 dice breaks. You don't know what the fluid is.
But I do have an engineering skill. Could I try and look at it?
Yes.
You are holding the head.
That's true. Yeah.
Holy
You killed the same guy twice.
Holy shit. You got 3 bursts, which was one of them burst into a 1, another one burst into a success, and you also had a separate dice break. So you got 4 successes, but with 2 breaks, so it's a total of 2 successes. But I'm gonna say that's enough to pass. It's a type of machine lubricant and hydraulic commonly used in advanced robotics. It's basically the equivalent of what you would bleed if you had a limb ripped off.
Wait a minute.
So it's a mix of blood and machine fluid.
Didn't we get like the same amount of successes?
No, you got 0 because you had 2 dice breaks. He got 2, you got 0. So yeah, it's like a machine lubricating fluid. Hello?
Hello.
It got so
Hello?
quiet.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, you rip the guy's head off, and they're just like, oh. The rhino guy like steps back, dropping him, and he's like, oh well, I guess it's what he deserves.
Hmm.
All right,
Do you
actually,
suppose?
hey, real quick, I said his screaming trailed off when he ripped the head off. That's inaccurate. It continued for a few seconds before trailing off. So he kept screaming even after his head was removed.
Barbara wants to examine his body, see where that EMP thing came from.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have any medical or engineering skill?
Yeah, engineering.
All right.
In-depth knowledge of machinery.
Do you want to spend any star points on this?
Nah. It's early.
Okay. You got 1 success. You can see a little little hole in the palm of his hand where that he kept holding out. So clearly he has some kind of cybernetic implant that links up to that.
I pull out my sword and just like start chopping away at the fleshy bits.
Jesus Christ! One of the people says, stepping back, and they're like, "God, have they? Are you so?" Or someone's like, "Has she succumb to fucking cyber madness?"
I'm not mad. I'm just upset.
What's Torian gonna say?
I think at this point, I think Torian's wondering if Gas Mask isn't just a singular guy, but like maybe like some kind of program or AI that gets uploaded to different Gas Mask bodies. So I think they're wondering if they could find some kind of, if they could investigate the body and find some kind of like program or motherboard or something, like something for whatever is powering the machine.
All right, I'll have you do a check as well.
As you're doing that, Barbara looks back at whoever said that and said, "Don't call me crazy ever again."
So yeah, words. You know, they're all stood around you guys now, looking very concerned with weapons up, clearly debating if they're gonna shoot you with the splicers.
Also, you guys do realize that this thing could be the greatest weapon against your enemy that you could possibly own.
Oh, you mean the dead guy?
I mean this. I just rip off the EMP device.
So hang on. As the two of you are cutting into him and pulling him apart sloppily and dissecting him with your, both of you had pretty rough rolls. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no!
So you're sort of like Torian. You're just sort of like pulling off limbs and like with your big meaty fingers tearing in, like ripping open his rib cage and getting covered in blood. And Barbara's
I feel like
cutting into him.
Tori,
I'm not a very good
Tor-
influence for Torian, am I?
And you both have engineering
Tori-
skills. You do not have any medical training. Well, I mean, Barbara has medical training, can do it's jack of all, but...
Torian the frog robot doesn't see anything ironic about dissecting another being.
Barbara saw an episode of House.
That's a star point to Torian, the fucking frog bit. Also, I love house music.
Wait, what was your comment?
I said I love house music.
No, I meant Jade's.
Oh, they see no irony in them, a frog robot dissecting a living being. So, you all, as you're ripping into him, are able to find that, like, there are human organs in there. Pretty much just barely enough to still pass, so, to legally be considered a human still, you need to have an intact brain and spinal cord, right?
Right.
So as you tear into them, you
Well,
can see
subjectively.
within the laws of the Trade Council. Turing, you can see several parts of their spine have been replaced by like cybernetic implant slots. They clearly still have a human heart that has been, or a heart that has been heavily genetically and cybernetically altered. As far as you can tell, you can't find any lungs. Every single vein has been replaced with artificial tubing. Their skeleton is an entirely artificial skeleton. There is actual muscle sinew, but their muscle sinew has wires weaved within it, and is clearly, like, more densely packed than a normal person's, being in some way genetically altered. And where the EMP thing was, you are able to find a tube running through the body, but as you pull it out to present it to them, you kind of break that tube. So you're just holding up the string that what was the tube that the EMP fired out of, and you don't actually know where it connected to yet. And what do you crack open the mask as well?
I think so. Yeah.
By the way, has anyone not seen Deadpool 3?
I have not.
I have not.
Okay,
Nope, I have not.
never mind.
I feel like that somebody got eviscerated in Deadpool 3.
No, I was just gonna include a spoiler in the Discord, but not important.
As
Sorry,
you
go
crack
on.
open the mask is actually like a very solid metal and is hard to crack open. But inside is in fact a fully intact human brain, and that is suspended inside of sort of a sack of gel. And it's like the brain stem runs down into the spinal, or it did run down into the spinal column. Also in the chest cavity, there is a small shadow energy generator. As well, and there's like just a number of other devices, and there's even some cybernetic things like stuck into the brain. So yeah, this guy is all kinds of fucked up. And now he's even more fucked up and smeared all over the ground and you two. I think I'm gonna be sick, one of the people says. How about the two of you come with us quietly, huh? We don't want any trouble.
I'll come in. I just won't pretend. I probably won't be quietly though. She starts whistling a merry little tune as she carries the I guess dripping EMP device.
Well, like I said, you pulled out the barrel of it, so to speak, the hose-like barrel that he fired out of, and ripped that off. You didn't actually find whatever charge of the EMP because of how you rolled.
I think that's where-
I look at the thing. I'm like, can I just take the whole thing with me?
You wanna
I'm sure you could get some good use out of it.
take his body.
Well, if you don't want it, then fine. I'll just leave it here.
Yeah, they're gonna start walking. They're not gonna stop you if you decide to carry it, but they're not gonna ask you to. Keep in mind, he is now like a pile of meat, more than a human body.
Okay, I just
Or they are.
I just stick the barrel through like the pulp,
Jesus.
and then just leave it there.
Jesus.
I think Torian is gonna keep the mask.
All right, the mask is
Is Corey gonna put it on?
No.
Like,
I think, like, just gonna, like,
the original
pocket it
ending, the
in their
return
inventory.
product.
But yeah, so you all get led along towards the Splicer half of town, and with that, we are going to cut over to Seth and Max. As you both come to inside of what you realize immediately is some kind of prison cell.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take a look around my environment.
As you start looking around, you notice there's a couple of guards outside, and one of them's like, Whoa there, be calm now. We didn't want to have to throw you in that cell, but the two of you are being unruly.
Unruly, says the ones that sold our friend.
You took her away from us! Why did you do it?
She's an android.
But she was ours. She
She
ours.
belonged to us! If you think giving her away was any good, you're stupid!
It's illegal to own an android.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a flying fuck?
The Trade Council?
Okay.
The
Here's
Trade
thing
Council aren't here, though.
Yeah, they're not here. But here's something I will say to you, because I brought this up. If this was one of your brethren that could shapeshift, would you let him be taken away by these people?
Well, no, because he's human.
Yeah, but what if he's not classified as a human anymore because he's been so spliced? How is that for that of a comparison? If of letting her getting taken away, you would let one of your own brethren getting taken away.
It's completely different, and you know that.
That's not different.
She was an object, a fabricated machine, not a person.
And there's people that sees us as objects.
Slaves are often seen as objects themselves.
You need time to cool off. The guard is gonna just turn and sit down at his desk.
I have no time to cool down. If you honestly think that you can keep us here, you're fucking wrong. All your people is gonna fucking die by something. Why? I don't know.
We have no desire to hold you here long term. Once you've calmed down, we'll be glad to let you go out of our city.
You will regret this fucking decision.
And for telling him to calm down.
You don't.
We're not going until we know where Hopper went.
Or take that up with the or take that up with the whoever that gas mask guy was.
You mean the Pulsars? You sold Hopper to the Pulsars.
Pulsars? They cock an eyebrow. He's not part of the Pulsars.
You're more stupid than you realize if you genuinely believe that.
Come on, man. The Pulsars, they wear... you've seen them. It's fancy zoot suits, little pins on their chests. None of them, or all of them entirely human. Which, you know that's not true. You've seen cyborg Pulsars in the past.
They also have cybernetics, and they often do shady deals. And you just cooperated with one of those deals.
I've never seen a cybernetic pulsar in all my days. And either way, the pulsars have been helpful to us. They've come through where the corporations didn't. They're helping us win this war. Just like just like how giving up your friend is helping us win the war. A small sacrifice for the greater good.
And that really is gonna help anything? You think these big companies will help anyone? They take everything from everyone just to make a profit.
They built this city.
I don't care.
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the corporations. So you watch your mouth, or I'm gonna start.
They took my brother. They took everything. And you think that they're gonna help you? They won't help you. They're just using you for fucking profit. If you keep believing in that such a thing, you will eventually see it one way or another. I don't care if I be viewed as a fucking conspiracy theorist. I know what I deal with, and you will see it too.
I'm gonna give you some star points.
Yeah, holy shit.
He quiets down and looks at you and he's like, I'm sorry about your brother.
It's like you don't know. You wouldn't understand.
You're right, I couldn't. I haven't lost someone like that. I've lost friends, but I've not lost family yet.
The day when you start losing people, you will understand and you will have that same
I've lost plenty of people in this war. We are fighting a battle right now, okay? I
And how
don't
do
know.
you
I have not lost a brother, but I had no loss, okay?
Even if you lost people in the war, who's making the profits on the war? You think it's all just, wow, it's the cyborgs versus us. We're gonna die from them. We gotta fight. Yeah, and who's pulling the strings behind the background? The one who's making all the fucking profits. Your corporations.
I just wanted to ask very quickly while this conversation is happening: are they in bars or are they behind some sort of like force field?
Bars.
Okay.
They have ruined everything. You
Um,
honestly put your faith on corporations? You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh god, don't shoot brought up a point. Are you attempting to perform some kind of persuasion check, or are you just engaging in dialogue?
I don't know where
Persuasion.
this is going.
I'd go for persuasion.
If you want to do persuasion,
What is the goal of your persuasion?
To have them
I'm-
understand what they're dealing with, the pulsars.
great. Well, not just the pulsars, just genuinely the idea of
Fuck the
Companies are bad.
corporations. And
yeah, literally fuck the corporations.
I
sort
didn't
of
really
thing.
want to break your flow, but keep in mind the Pulsars technically aren't a corporation; they are a crime syndicate.
Fair. He doesn't know that, so I'm just going along
Alright.
with it. I'm sorry.
You view it the same. In your brain, is the same thing: a large organization out for profit. Fundamentally, they
literally-
are the same.
That's pretty much I'm going with that because
Alright.
that's. I
Um,
don't assume that Seth is gonna be like, oh, that's a crime organization. That means that is no. It's just like, well, they're making money off of us and using us as profit. So it's just
Do-
every corporation.
Do you have any persuasion-related skills?
I don't, unfortunately.
I'm gonna set. So, the goal of this is to make him gain anti-corporate and anti-pulsar mentality in his mind, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Think about it a little more and like, wait a minute.
So, this is gonna be one of the skill checks of rather than a specific pass threshold, it is the better you roll, the better the results kind of thing.
yeah, go for it.
Do you want to use star points?
I'm not in the mood to do star points. I'm just gonna let it go.
You got 4 successes and 1 dice break on your 5 dice. Do you want to spend a star point to get rid of the dice break, or do you just want to accept a level 3 success?
I'll accept the level 3 because I don't expect him to listen to him. I don't expect it, so this is more like
He sits there kind of clearly mulling things over in his brain, but it seems like he's like now shut down. He's done with the conversation.
that he's gonna
Where's
be
my
like
coffee?
looking at him. He's gonna be
Well-
looking at him.
While he's mulling over, Max is gonna try to like see how tough and thick the bars are, because he's gonna be thinking about using his powers to bend the bars.
If you want to bend these bars, I'm gonna call it a level 6 challenge.
Level 6.
Yeah, you would need 6 successes. Do you want to try?
Not yet.
Hmm.
Not
Oh.
yet is what I'm gonna say. Eventually, but not yet, because that conversation just happened and he's clearly thinking on it.
Yeah, and Seth is gonna be like, the moment that guy shuts down, he's like, you can keep ignoring me all you want. Eventually, the day that happens, you will see the truth. You can see me as a crazy motherfucker for all you care. I don't give a fuck. But the moment you realize and start to put the pieces together, you will understand. And then you're gonna be like, oh, maybe that guy in the little prison was right. Maybe the one that has been, hey, you know, saying all this shit could be right. But no, you would rather be in your own little world and think that everything of what you perceive is, well, normal. That's what they want you to think. It's all a game. We're part of a game. But hey, I don't judge. I'll just let you know if it does happen. I hope you understand. And don't be stupid.
With that, we're cutting back to Torian and Barbara being led along. And buy gold, but gold. What?
Buy gold, butt gold. Yes.
Butt gold. We buy butt gold. If you have gold in your butt, we'll buy it. It's okay.
All those corn nuggets.
So we cut to Torian and Barbara, who, as the two of you are... Sorry, I just saw the gift from Barbara. Hang on, let's show that. Fucking, this is Seth's energy right now.
I am
We
so
live.
sorry if this.
We live in a society.
That was actually intended for when Barbara was like chopping up gas mask.
Oh, okay.
Man.
It weirdly works for both scenarios, and I'm gonna give you a
I
star
like-
point for it either
What
way.
must they think of all of us?
Listen, I like how the one where Doodle posted their gift crying, and then it's just you see the society. I'm not mad.
I could just imagine them like spending like a half hour talking to you two, like, oh, it's like, oh, hey, your friends are here. It's like, oh, good, finally, someone who can talk sense into them. It just sees us holding a head covered in blood. Oh fuck, we're never getting out, are we?
Seth would be like, "What the fuck did you do?" If that were to ever come, but
So, words. Work.
I know some good ones.
Oh man, you know what's unfortunate? That I just realized?
What?
Hopper was carrying $1,000 on them.
Yes.
oh, that money got stolen. You see, Seth had a point. Only bring 500 fucking money on him.
That was supposed to pay for the.
See, okay, I'm sorry I'm derailing here, but he made a point about like I'm gonna make my budget up to $500.
Oh wait, no, I'm carrying the rest of the money. Okay, good. But still, Hopper, we need to save.
My money, no!
You see,
Mr.
Seth had
Krabs,
a point.
you have your money.
Mr. Krabs, I have SpongeBob! He was carrying me money!
This is why you should not carry all of your fucking money in your
I
one
mean,
pocket.
50,000 is still on the ship.
That's still a chunk of money though, lost though. That she did carry.
Whew, so, as you guys, but yeah, Barbara and Hopper, you have, I mean, not
guys,
Hopper,
your
Torian.
attorneys have arrived.
Barbara and Torian, the two of you have been brought to the, you're in the Splicer half of town, and as they're leading you, one of them is just like, Dr. Keith, you'll like him. He's a real skilled, manipulator of biology. He could help you regrow your lost arm.
Dr. Keith? That sounds like a made-up name.
God damn it. Fuck you, take your star point.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, they take you along and you guys get brought. And you know these are the people who just sold Hopper out. You saw them doing it.
Yep.
And you, oh, this is gonna go well. You get brought to, like a smaller little, medical clinic, and you're led in, and inside there is a man with pitch black skin wearing a white lab coat. And he turns and looks to you and he's like, oh, hello there.
Does he look like Spanish Santa Claus?
No, let's not bring that up again.
Alright, I'm sorry.
No, oh, I don't even think that part was in the recording.
Oh shit! Oh, I brought it up for no reason.
This is some from fun homework. Google search Spanish Santa Claus's assistant, and you'll have a bad time.
For now, let's imagine Mr. Game & Watch in doctor's attire. And we can
Mr. Game & Watch cosplaying as Dr. Mario.
Yes.
Yeah, like when I say like black skin, I mean like no light can escape this man. His eyes and his teeth are the only thing that show.
He's like a singularity.
He clearly has some kind of hair due to the shape of the silhouette.
I thought that he was just a pure silhouette. There's not even teeth or eyes to be shown.
No, his eyes reflect light and his teeth reflect light.
Damn, I thought you would be a full-blown shadow person for real.
And he looks over, he's like, hello there. He like looks up and down like, you're a surprising sight to see here. And he looks at you, Barbara, and he looks in your eyes like, he looks at the arm and he's like, clearly makeshift. You were in a pinch when you made this, I'm sure. Homemade, I presume?
Oh, this whole thing? Yeah. It's a little slapdash, but I guess you could say I'm a little attached to it.
That's funny. I can cure you if you like. Give you back your arm. Maybe even give you a better one. Give me just a moment. I'll need to get an understanding of your biology. And
Actually,
he holds out his hand, and you feel your entire body tingling.
can I roll a defense roll, perhaps?
Yes, because this is a defense roll that you are physically capable of doing.
For your
So,
information, Dr. Keith, a true doctor practices with consent.
you.
I thought you
I'm
said
trying to think
Dr.
of. I'm trying to think of what difficulty this would be. I think he's not going with the same intensity he was when he was trying to knock them out. So I'm gonna call it a level 5 challenge.
All right, I'm definitely adding a star to this one.
All right. You got 4 successes total, 1 shy. Do you want to spend another 2 star points, or do you want to spend your hunger or well rested? Do you want to spend a hunger or well rested on another die or 2 star points?
I'll spend a yeah, I'll spend 2 die.
2 star points. All right.
Yes.
Let's see if that gets you the extra die you need. The extra success. It was a 1, but star points can't be crashing failures, so it's just a normal failure, so you're still at 4 out of the 5 required. Do you want to spend anything else?
No.
So you feel your whole body tingling, and Torian brings it up, and he glances over and he's like, well, I presume they would consent. I doubt they want to be an incomplete person.
No.
Mhm. If the patient is perfectly able to consent of their own volition, you must let them. If they don't give you consent, then don't proceed with the procedure.
Do you say something, Barbara?
Don't touch me. No doctors.
He pulls his hand away. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I figured you would want it. I mean, why would you not want your arm back? He makes like a sort of lip smacking sound. And he's like, you have an unusual composition to your DNA. Tightly packed, more so than even most splicers.
I get that a lot.
Burn like a tiger.
Except for the splicers part.
I'd love to take a closer look if you'd allow me.
First things first, Doc. I have a much bigger project that I had in mind.
Yes?
And I've got the money for it.
What is it?
Well, I was originally going to find this guy named Darwin, but if you truly are a surgeon, I have about a lot of patients who would like surgery in order to become considered sentient and a race.
Oh,
And to do that, they
you're
need
friends with the
to-
Shadow Touched and the man in the mask.
Yes, of course. Barbara kind of knew that that's where,
The
these
others
guys
were-
would take them.
I'm very sorry
Yes,
about the
exactly.
I'm very sorry about the deception you went through. It must have been very sad to realize an android was hiding amongst your group.
Oh yes, absolutely tragic. Anyways, about my friends and about the service.
Yes, I'd be glad to help them. How many of them are there?
Oh, let me just I couldn't say off the top of my head, but maybe somewhere between 8 and 1,000.
Between 8 and 1,000?
Maybe more than that. Maybe 8,000.
I believe it was around.
Nope. How many are there?
I thought it was 800.
Yeah, I think
maybe
894 exactly.
Yeah.
Or wait,
Eight-
was it?
Oh,
Maybe it was. Yeah, I
that's
think
right.
it was like 800 something. So, yeah.
So
Eight-
just,
eight-
just to clarify, out of character, are all the genome soldiers just waiting outside of?
Yep, they're
Just
waiting in the northern metro tunnels because you guys got
I just
warning that there's
imagine them
something
all-
weird happening.
Except for
Right, except for
Trampy.
Trampy,
Yes,
which
you do not
Oh,
know where
Trampy was
Trampy
with
is.
you.
I assume he's still following us at least.
Do you want
I
to
thought
echolocate
Trampy
him?
rescued. I thought
Uh,
Trampy rescued Torian.
He
in
did.
the last episode.
Yeah, I'd like to echolocate him and look.
So you start
He-
croaking like a frog, and you cannot sense him anywhere nearby.
It's around well, definitely less than 900. I can tell you that. So don't worry about that.
Ooh, that is quite a lot. It will take some time for me to use my powers to aid them. Perhaps. Perhaps they could aid us. Between the weapons we've just received and them. Could you help us to defeat the cyborgs? And then I'll give the humanity to your friends. And so much more.
I don't know. That's one thing. First of all, I have money to pay you, so we don't even have to even bother with this silly war that you're involved in. And
I mean, much of my
but-
energy right now needs to be dedicated to helping to heal the injured from the battles. Every day we have at
Although-
least, at minimum, a dozen coming through that need treatment. I don't have the time or energy to rewrite the DNA of over 800 people at the moment.
well, then perhaps we could sweeten the deal.
What do you mean?
You're gonna use sexual persuasion,
Did-
aren't you?
Oh, you wanna,
Believe it or not, no.
oh?
Is that all you think about me?
I mean, you slept with the scumbag in Athens, so...
You didn't know him.
I
He's
knew I
actually
made
quite the
him.
gentleman for, rogering me up the Jackson.
He was not a gentleman. He was entirely in it for his own pleasure. Although he was better at sex than you, so...
Yeah, why do you keep bringing that up, Ryan? God. Don't you think
Hey,
I
the
feel
num-
bad about that as it
The
is?
numbers don't lie.
He left the call. He left.
No, I'm
the-
just kidding.
He's back.
God damn it.
So you
what
want
was
to
I-
sweeten it?
Oh yeah. I was going to say, well,
I'm sorry. Hang
maybe-
on. I gotta show that artwork on stream.
sincerely apologize for.
No, not the gift. Hang on.
Dr. Keith. I love it.
Yep, that's him.
That's him. There it is. That's Keith. Oh, that's a star point. Anyway,
Maybe I'd be willing to convince the soldiers to help you win your silly little war. If
oh.
you undo the damage you've done and help us get our friend back. You know, the deceptive android. I mean, surely one little android
you realize
against
androids.
for your entire species to survive and to win this war? Surely that's not too steep of a price to pay, is it?
You realize that the androids are the androids are a crime within the eyes of the Trade Council. Owning one of those puts you at risk of, well, execution.
Well, it's a good thing that I don't own her then, isn't it?
Then who does?
That's really not your concern. Do you want to win this war or not? Otherwise, I think maybe the other side might be more cooperative.
I'm gonna roll persuasion. First, let me roll to see if he's into women. The dice say that he's into women.
Oh
so...
my god, he's straight.
No, he could be bi.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Do they
Actually,
like
roll-
men?
Roll for other stuff.
could be bi, could be pan.
They
could
like
be
men as
demisexual.
well.
Okay, yep.
Hang on, are they bi or
not
are they
rope it.
pan or... hang on, I'm rolling for orientation.
No, maybe.
Well, you know what?
Oh,
In Shadow
no.
Space, identification isn't really as big of a deal. They like men and women. They like
Yeah.
P and V.
He could be just feeling things out,
Clearly
figuring
not
out
Pan
what.
because he doesn't like robots.
If it's organic, I'll put my dick in it.
Remember, the law of physics state if it has a
Including
hole,
organic butter.
So I'm going to roll persuasion. So you have the default of 5. You have sex appeal. What else do you have? Do you have anything else?
Jack off all trades.
That does not provide a bonus die. Anything else?
Adrenaline. No, I'm kidding. Nothing he would be interested in.
I think in order to persuade him is probably going to be, because you're trying to persuade him to engage in what is one of the most illegal activities within Shadow Space, I'm going to set this as a level 5 check. Do you want to spend any star points?
I'm sorry, what's the most illegal thing in Shadow Space?
Or it's one of the most illegal things. Androids.
Okay.
Androids are highly illegal.
Is there any way I could?
He also hates
Offer-
robots.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. You're also rolling with a bonus die because you're a splicer, but you also get a disadvantage because you're a cyborg.
Which cancel each other out, which is why I didn't even mention
They
it.
don't cancel each other out. It means you roll 1 die, but automatically lose 1 success. Disadvantages are actually worse than advantages.
Yeah, thanks.
Racism beats out...
Yes,
How
this
they
system is
cancel each other.
much better than 5e.
You want to try and help Torian?
Yeah, I guess is there any way that I could offer star points? to him?
If you join, you can add your star points. It'll also add 1 die to the roll, but it will also add another disadvantage because you're a robot.
I do appreciate the help, but I don't think I can afford another disadvantage.
Very well. Okay, I'll back out.
Do you want to spend
I'm
any
sorry.
star points, Barbara? Or your hunger or rest?
I will spend 1 star point.
So you rolled a total of 2 successes and 3 dice breaks, meaning you're critically failing. Do you want to spend any star points to get rid of some of the ones and or to roll more dice?
No.
So you're gonna accept the critical failure? The crashing failure?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's like, I won't even consider it. I'm sorry, and I can't help your friends until after until after this war is sorted out.
Well, good luck winning it on your own.
With the weapons we received from trading in the android, I'm sure we will. If you'd like to stick around and help, I can treat your arm and help your friends after the fact. Otherwise, once your friends have calmed down, you can take them and go with them. I only forgive them for their assault on me because of the circumstances surrounding it and the fact that they are fellow Splicer and a fellow Shadow Touched. Which Barbara, I'm gonna shoot out. You would know, Shadow Touched is like. So you know how I said that one of the most illegal things is an android? Yeah, even worse than that is being a Shadow Touched. Like, the Trade Council has an active bounty out on all Shadow Touched people, and they should be actively hunted down and, like, brought into the corporations to be processed. Because they're all considered insane and dangerous and overly powerful.
Can I talk to my friends?
We currently have them in a holding cell, but we'll gladly allow you and them to leave, again, once your friends have calmed down. I'll have one of my men escort you to them.
Also, I will... How much would it cost for you to perform the surgery on all 800? Or all 894?
After the Civil War is done? He thinks about it. I don't even want to consider pricing until after we've made it through the war. I don't know how bad the devastation is gonna be, and we may need more money than not after the fact.
Wouldn't you need the money more now? If you do it now, you can name your price.
Treating them, I would, or helping them, I would not have the energy left to help heal the sick who are fighting for us. If they were to agree to partake in the battle, maybe I'd reconsider. Well, Leonard here will take you to your friends. I need to get to healing the sick. He's gonna turn and walk away.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, never mind. Before I go, I should mention, I was actually taken to the other side. To the
cyborgs took you in?
Yes. And I saw something very interesting. You know the people who you had dealings with? The very people that you traded my friend for?
The man in the gas mask with his strange soldiers?
The Pulsars, yes.
They weren't Pulsar.
Can I roll for, like, I
Persuasion?
guess intuition? I guess
you
can I
know,
just, like,
you
look
know
into
he
his
is
eyes?
Pulsar. Oh,
What?
You know? Oh, you want to know? Sorry, what are you trying to roll for?
Well, because they made a pretty good argument. While they didn't completely, like, change his mind, they made a good argument saying, like, those guys they were helping were Pulsars. Or the guys that they were getting funding from were Pulsars.
Wait, I'm confused by what you're trying to roll for. So, you don't. So you know the cyborgs are being funded by Pulsars. You know Gas Mask Guy is a Pulsar. You don't know the Splicers are being funded by the Pulsar.
Yes, but
this guy.
that's what he was told just before I got here. So the fact that two people are two completely different people who didn't have the same conversation are telling him the same thing.
Fair point. So I say, if you want to roll persuasion, you will roll with advantage because of that. Do you want to roll persuasion?
Okay. Yes.
And I'm gonna
One
call
star
it a
point.
level 3 to convince him. You're spending a star point. And you also get your sex appeal added.
I put my robotic arm behind my back.
Oh my god! It's like all of the super good rolls were eaten up by that starting fight.
Fuck off.
You
Yeah.
got 2 successes when you needed 3. Do you want to spend a hunger, rest, or 2 star points on another die?
Can I just spend a rest?
Yes, you can spend your rest. Okay, now you pass.
Yay.
Quick
Oh,
worth
I just
note.
got exhausted all of a sudden.
Points spent on dice bought with star points can't have crashing failures. Ones from hunger and rest can have crashing failures. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
As you words, I can speak them. I can speak words.
Yeah. So, you know,
He's
just so
like,
you know, you might have inadvertently helped the very
Hang
people
on.
who are funding
the
who are funding
pulsar.
your enemy.
The pulsars are funding the cyborgs.
Mm-hmm. I saw several of them at their camp.
They're playing both sides.
I
Are
mentioned
they?
to you before.
Damn it. We can't stop buying from them, though. Then we'd fall behind in the war. We need an edge if we're gonna win. These experimental weapons, they could be at just about, but... Do you think that your 800 your 800 friends would be willing to aid in our battle in exchange for their humanity?
I don't think so. I was gonna pay you, remember?
No cost.
I thought you weren't interested in making a deal like that.
I don't have the energy to give them their humanity now, but when the fighting is over, if they help, I will give them their humanity free of charge.
Why should I sacrifice their lives for your dominance?
Because if my side loses the war, there'll be nobody to make them human.
I don't say anything, and I just turn back and go into the holding cell.
Think about it. Come back to me when you come back to me if you decide that they can help. If they are, and ultimately, it should be their decision to make, not yours. And as you head off, you get led to the holding cell area, which is like a little makeshift, or it's a little police station. And you two are led in, and Max, Seth, you see Barbara and Torian walking in.
About time you both showed up.
Seth is just quiet.
Oh, I'm so happy you two are okay.
I'm assuming you know what happened to Hopper.
Yes.
Yes.
Where is she?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Yes. She's been captured by the pulsars, and Great Gas Mask wouldn't tell us where they were taking her to. They said they were they said they were taking her to his lab to take her apart. But I'm afraid we don't know where that lab is.
Assuming you're here, however, means that you're making out some sort of deal with this cockwad.
I need a moment. So just step away for a bit.
And just walk to the other side of the prison cell. Put his back to everyone.
I'm sorry. I tried to stop them. I did.
It's more like as he moves away, right? Like so they don't see him. You're gonna just hear him fucking screaming and hitting the fucking walls.
I need a moment. Walks 3 feet away.
Yeah.
So that's the background in the background while you guys are having your conversation.
Seth, please, please. You have to calm down.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Just get out of the room. Get out. Out.
Seth,
I said get out.
Barbara's eyes kind of well with tears as she turns around and walks away.
Oh.
All of you get out, please. I need a moment.
The prison guard isn't gonna get out, and Max is locked in the room with you.
Can I tell the prison guard, or like intimidate the prison guard into letting Max and Seth leave whenever they want to, so that they're not technically locked up anymore?
Okay, I'm gonna yeah, I'll let you roll intimidation. So you got a bonus die from being so dang big. Do you have anything else that would apply to it?
I think I do have a straight up intimidation skill.
Do you?
Yes, I believe I have intimidation and supersize as separate skills.
Okay.
But
So, are you gonna spend any star points?
I will spend. I'll spend 2 star points.
Oh, actually, hang on. Before I clock that in, I'm gonna say, so you want to intimidate him into letting them out of the cell? Right?
Yes.
I'm gonna call that a level 5 challenge.
Okay. I'll spend 3 star points then.
Alright, spending 3. So you roll 7 dice plus 3 from your star points. You got 2 successes and 1 dice break, meaning 1 success. It's a good thing you spent the star points, because otherwise it would have been 0. But it's not enough to pass. Oops.
Can I help him?
Well, I was just gonna bend the bars anyways.
You want to help with the intimidation check?
Yes.
Do you have an intimidation skill?
I don't, unfortunately.
So you provide 1 die to it by helping. The result does not change.
Damn it!
I'm just gonna bend the bars then.
Or hang on. God, I gotta remember, because I'm rolling all the dice, I keep fucking up the teamwork roll. So when a teamwork roll happens, both players roll with the benefits of each other. I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you got 3 successes, so you did mildly better. So you want to bend the bars now, Max?
Yes.
I said level 4 challenge earlier, right?
I think it was level 5 you mentioned.
Level 5? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a star point for being honest and keeping the difficulty high. So I'm gonna roll your 5 dice. Do you want to add any to it?
Use the star point.
You hold your hand towards the bars, and they do not bend. So when you tried to intimidate the guard, Torian, you're like, what do you say to him? Like, just let them go.
I can't promise you what will happen after everything is settled here. All I ask is that you let those 2 are good friends out of their cell.
And Seth turns and glares at him, and they're like, we can't let them out until they've calmed down. We don't want them causing any more trouble.
You understand you're in a whole heap of trouble already, right?
You understand you're in the middle of our base, robot. They look over to Barbara. Keep your machine in check, cyborg.
I'm out of the room.
Wait, she left.
Oh shit, right. Now go to your master, robot.
Seth is gonna look at the guard. Just let Max out.
Hmm.
He's the one that's being calm. I'm not the one who's being calm right now.
Hmm.
You should be more afraid of me.
Put your face the wall and put your hands on it, they say to Seth. And you come close to the door, looking to Max. You have calmed down.
And I want my pudding.
Do you do as they say, Seth?
Yes, he would.
And do you approach the door, Max?
Yes.
They go over, take the keys, unlock the door, open it up, and they're like, move fast.
Could I maybe swap the keys from them?
Sleight of hand,
Wait.
trying to steal the keys. I will
Yes.
allow it. It is a level 4 challenge. You perform it at disadvantage because you have no training in this.
Correct. I'm more of a martial. Well, no, I'm a brawler. I'm a martial arts
Yeah, but
person.
you don't have any like pickpocketing skill.
No.
Do you want to spend any star points?
I don't have star points.
If you fail, he will notice you trying to steal the keys. Oh, you don't have any star points, yeah. So do you want to try still, knowing it's a level 4 challenge and you roll with disadvantage? And you're only
Yes.
rolling 5 dice?
Yes.
You got 1 success and 1 failure. You start to walk by and you just like put your hand on his hand that has the key, as he's holding the key. And he looks at you and he's like, get back in the cell, and like pushes your chest a little and closes it. Idiot.
Seth is gonna look at him like,
He just walks
Like,
over
you
to
guys
the
are saying-
test. Fucking idiot, is what he says.
say anything. He just looks at Max like, bro, seriously? I was trying, like, in his mind, he's like, I was trying to get you a leeway to leave. What are you doing?
We're not leaving until we know where Hopper is, and that means all of us.
They're not gonna do shit, and you know that they're not gonna do shit. They're not gonna even listen to me.
That just means we gotta try harder.
The only way they'll listen, they'll probably watch one of their brother and get their heart fucking ripped out.
No,
That's the only way they get them to talk.
There are ways to persuade them. We just need to figure out where those points are, how we dig underneath their skin. And more importantly, we have 2 of us that are already on the outside of this cage.
Why not just drug them?
We could. But I'd rather dig through their database. I'd rather see through their communications. I want to know exactly what was said so we have some clue as to maybe where Hopper went.
Hard for me to calm down as it is. I feel like I'm losing my damn mind right now. Slowly but surely.
That's a start point.
What?
The fucking hiss.
Was that a hit? I don't even know it, but
Yeah, that
that's just the sound. I don't know. It did. Actual.
The sounds of sounding.
No. Okay, no, no, no.
It's guttural screams of pain.
which way, Westerner? Beat or sounding?
I'm gonna kill myself now. Oh.
Right.
Anyway.
Completely off topic. Would you rather have the blessing of always put your bedsheet on first try,
okay.
or the blessing of never have an itch again?
Okay, what does this have to do with what we're
I
doing?
said completely off topic.
I will
Okay.
say I would rather not be itchy.
Same here. Yeah.
Bed sheets.
Why?
Just putting
That's a
bed sheets
pain.
on sucks.
Yes, it is sucks.
Good thing I don't use them.
You don't use bed sheets?
Nope, I sleep on a rock.
Applebee's.
Okay.
Let's think of the viewers.
Right, campaign. Hey, I think viewers are entertained by stupid shit like that. But anyway, we're you guys continue your conversation.
Yeah, we were talking about drugging them, but then Max was like, let's just dig for more information, and Seth just made a weird noise. I have frustration.
You made
Max
a weird
gonna
golem
try and
noise.
bend the bars again.
Okay. Bup, bup, bup.
All right, Pat, bend a bar over here.
Bend a bar. Like a chocolate bar, bend it.
Bend
A
to
bar is
bar.
better.
Maybe that was Dr. Keith's name.
Mhm.
Wait, was that actually Darwin?
No.
Oh,
Don't.
so Darwin's just someone completely different.
You know,
Someone entirely separate.
I'm glad that no one did not name him Nigel.
Yes. Smashing.
Fuck, now I'm getting off topic.
Tonight, me and my wife are going to be smashing.
Alright.
Oh
So
man.
Wait,
I do
where's
not like the
Torian?
thought of Nigel Thornberry having sex. That's a disgusting image.
Oh, yes, you do.
you put that image in your head, but I was gonna ask, where's Torian right now? Is he still in the room? Or they're in the room still?
Yeah, I think Torian's still just in the room with like Max and Seth and the prison guard.
Yeah.
So hang on, real quick, I'm gonna ask Max, are you sure you want to break your way out? Because they said once everybody calms down, you're allowed out of the cell. If you break the break out of the jail, it's just gonna make things worse.
Hello, Mr. Doodle, sir.
I recognize they would make things worse, but I also feel that there are things that they're not telling us that may be a distraction of things looking worse, while certain other people, a la Barbara or our other friend, could probably do some digging to see, some more information to kind of fit the puzzle. And also, how loud would it be if the bars were bending? Would it be loud enough for the guard to immediately detect?
I mean,
Nice.
not.
It wouldn't make a noise.
Does bending make a sound?
Yes, it does make a sound. It does make a sound. I
I'm
think.
just wondering how loud it would be.
I think it would be.
I think
For,
he would look.
it's definitely gonna catch attention. I don't think it's like there's gonna be an echo in the room and then like that.
You
I
could
don't-
pass it off like I don't know, Torian like stretching his hammies or something.
He would definitely look in the direction of the sound.
Or you could go. Sorry.
Is there such an angle where Torian can stand between the guard and the cell so the guard can't see into the cell?
Yes, but you have no reason to do such as a character. I would 100% say it'd be a case of metagaming for you to try and block the sight of the bars bending. You
Gotcha.
don't
Okay.
don't know Max can do this. You don't know Max is doing this.
Oh, if only they could talk to each other. Oh wait,
Wait.
they can.
They could hear their conversation from the part. But
Yeah. I thought Barbara
And-
could hear, or somebody could hear our conversation in terms of digging.
well,
For
Seth
information.
would not know though that you're trying to break the bars though. That's the one thing I would say.
No.
And like, keep in mind again, if you guys calm down, they're just gonna let you out. You don't need to break out of jail.
Listen, you took the one person that Seth care about. He has every right to get pissy at you.
You do.
In the worst way possible. How are you gonna calm down a person that's on drugs and possibly going through withdrawal and also going through
I
a
mean,
very traumatic
Technically, you still have your drugs. Also, how many have you been tracking it when you use it?
I thought you've been tracking it.
How many did you have at the start of the campaign? When I first messaged you?
Wait a minute, let me double check. I had about... Fuck. 25! It was 25 smart.
25?
Yeah.
Alright, so give me a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and...
I used it twice. Yeah, I used it twice, so that'll be 23, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly track that on the UI. Give me a second.
Yeah. I changed it on my thing, because I used it only 2 times. I don't remember any other time that I used it, so...
And I think that's correct. I think it's only been used twice.
Yeah, because he used it on the ship, and then James kind of shoved it in there. Be like, here, put more. Take more. Take more, brother. You're gonna need it. Also here.
Brother, take the drugs. Oh yeah, brother.
So yeah, metal does make a sound. There you go.
There we go. There's the 23 uses you have.
Thank
Also,
you.
sound of metal bending.
Yes. There you go. It would make a sound.
That's what it sounds like when I bust.
No.
So what are you... So are you gonna try and bend the bars, Max? Or nah?
No, he's gonna.
He's gonna?
Yeah.
Alright, you succeed, and the guard immediately looks in your direction. He's like, hey! And he stands up and grabs a gun and a walkie-talkie. Combat has initiated! Barbara's just outside.
Barbara is
Like,
outside the room.
Yeah, I was just saying Barbara's just outside, so you don't necessarily know fighting has broken out. You just heard hey get shouted.
Fighting's
He's-
not the only thing that's broken out.
He's going to use his first action. Oh, that's good. That's a star point, Barbara.
Fucking thank you.
He's going to try and call backup as his first action.
Oh boy.
oh,
Seth is gonna look at Max very slowly.
I do just love the idea real quick of if Torian was blocking it and he looked in their direction, Torian's like, sorry, I had robo beans. But yeah, the guy jumps up, he's gonna use his first action to try and call for backup, and his second action to basically yell at you guys to not move. What is everybody gonna do with their 2 actions? Seth only has 1 because he's not high right now, but all your drugs are still in your suit. They did not actually take your drugs away. They did take Max's gun, though.
Do I still have my knife?
Nope, they took all your weapons.
Okay.
Because you're in a prison cell. The drugs weren't taken because they're in Seth's armor.
What about my mask?
They did not take any clothing off you, so you still have the mask.
So I kind of quote unquote have my weapons.
Because they don't know if taking the mask off would hurt you, so they didn't want to.
Very smart. You know, very smart.
I think Max is gonna like try to rip the radio from the guy's hands.
With gravity powers.
Yeah.
I think that'd be at least a level 2 challenge.
Okay.
The higher, though, the better the ripping ripping goes. What is everybody else gonna do with their actions?
Seth is just staring like, well, we're fucked. So,
What is Torian gonna do?
I think Torian's gonna ask Max and Seth, so, okay, would you like to try to stay and fight or escape?
You also, Torian, you just like heard metal bending, looked over, and the bars were bent. You don't know who did it or how.
Yeah, I think Torian is
Does not compute.
like not. Yeah, I think Torian is like just not gonna question it and just focus on the fact that,
Wait.
by the sounds of it, they're about to fight.
My cousin BB Rodriguez isn't here. How did that happen?
Oh, we're leaving. We're gonna be leaving with some information.
So Torian's holding actions. Seth, you're holding actions?
Yes, he's holding action because he's just like he's just angry, but also like, he's just messy right
Max,
now.
if you pull the radio from the guard's hand, he will open fire on you with his gun.
That's just a risk that he's gonna have to take.
So you got a level 5 success. You yeet that radio right out of his hand straight to your hand. And what do you do with your second action? Do you want to dedicate it to dodging?
Yeah, do dodge.
Yeah, because if you don't, you would just freely let him shoot you, essentially.
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. You don't have a dodging skill, do you?
Let me double check because I could have sworn that my well, actually, nothing that's like dedicated to it. The only thing I can think of is because of his brawling stuff.
Avoiding him is just a level 2. Brawling would only aid in dodging in a hand-to-hand fight.
Oh, gotcha.
You got 3 successes, which is enough to completely dodge the shots that he fires. Does anybody else do any actions?
Barbara cries.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm sorry, Barbara.
Oh!
I'm sorry. As the player, I'm sorry.
So next round of combat begins. The guard is again trying to shoot you 2 more times, Max. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to rip the gun from his hand.
Alright.
It worked with the walkie-talkie.
Is anyone else gonna do anything?
in case, I think in case things fail, Torian's going to try to get next to Max and just put their shield up.
Okay. So if they fail their grab, that's what you're gonna do?
Yes.
So Max, this is gonna be a level 3 challenge, just so you know.
Yep.
And you got 4 successes, 2 of them are bursts. 1 burst into nothing, the other burst into a 1, so meaning you got 3, which means you rip the gun from his hand and have his gun. What do you do with your second action? He's not gonna use his second action is gonna change to him running away.
He doesn't want to kill him because he knows what will happen. He's not trying to necessarily kill. But he's gonna try and stun the guy.
Like what, like shoot his legs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do a gunmanship check. That's gonna be 6 dice. Hitting him is gonna be a level 2 challenge. Alright, you got 4 successes. 1 was a burst, which brought it to 5 successes, and then a 1 was also rolled, which means you got 4 successes, which means you shoot him in the legs. And he's just a common grunt class enemy, so he doesn't really have much in the way of a health bar. He falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes, screaming in pain. Barbara, you hear this, and you also notice a few splicers looking in this direction now. You're picking a fight in the middle of their city, Max.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna quickly throw out an offer.
What?
I'm gonna quickly throw out an offer that is similar to one that was thrown out previously. Because of how bad this runs the potential to go, I will allow the group to collectively spend 5 star points to revert to before the jailbreak at any point. That's just gonna be floating.
Point. Okay.
We can't split the timeline again.
So, Barbara, you heard a guy scream in pain, and you see a bunch of people looking in this direction. And you also heard the sound of gunfire.
I'm the one who's really in pain.
I like how the sound of the fucking cars in the background, by the way.
Barbara sat there crying, pouring black hair dye in her hair. Crawling in my skin.
Eyeliner's going down my face. It's my fault. He hates me.
And then he's
I
like,
hate myself.
I think Barbara might have some sort of bipolar disorder.
I see, I won't be surprised.
He's bi and polar.
Ah! I'm bipolar. I'll fuck any North Pole creature. Elves, Santa, polar bears, penguins, magical reindeer, and sentient snowmen, all the same.
And yes, even Superman.
Wait, Santa is canon to the DC universe. Is Santa
So is
like...
Marvel.
He's canon in DC too, I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean Marvel's canon to DC.
Oh. Do you think Santa
Anyways.
lives next door to Superman?
Applebee's.
Superman's like, yeah, I tried to get the mailing address 1 North Pole, but it was already taken, so I'm 2 North Pole.
You get a star point.
Okay, so
You can't have one of mine though.
So what is everybody gonna do entering the next round?
So now that they're out of the prison cell, is there any like windows or?
Yeah,
something
there are
like that?
windows.
Okay.
Oh, I go up to
There's also all your stuff sat on a desk.
I go up to Dr. Keith.
Oh, so you walked away to go all the way to Keith, and he's like in a totally different
This is
building.
After I've kind of emotionally put myself back together.
Okay. So we'll address that scene in a bit, because that would happen a few minutes after this.
Max is gonna go to the table to grab everybody's stuff and give it to them.
Alright. Seth, are you leaving the cell?
He's just gonna cooperate right now. Like, he's pissed, but he's like, I'm not fucking with these guys. I don't
So
want
you're just gonna stay in the cell?
Yeah, for now.
So Max, you see that Seth is staying in the cell. The guard is on the ground, like, oh, my legs! Oh, it hurts!
Max is gonna walk up to him and just say like, "I'm not gonna kill you. That's not what this is about. But
We were gonna let you out! He looks at you, he's crying.
But we're gonna let you out!
We just wanted you to calm
anyone see the-
down!
Never mind.
and we want information about where our friend is."
We sold her! Also, Torian, you see this happening. We sold her!
Yes, but your communications through your leader could have some sort of clue to indicate where she went.
What communications? Wait, the big screen said bring her to the door, and we did!
Which door, though?
The Southern Metro!
That's already a clue right there.
You could have... That was said on the giant screen that everybody was listening to! You already knew that! Why would you shoot me? Fuck! I was supposed to be a backline guy. I wasn't in the front line of these fights. God, it hurts. Ah!
oh, no.
Alright, well, Max is gonna tourniquet his legs.
As you go to, he's like, "No, back, get away!" And he's just gonna like crawl backwards across the ground, leaving a trail of blood because he's only partially cauterized. I need Dr.
You know,
Keith.
I gotta be honest, out of character, I would really like to reset the timeline. Just so we can get out of prison by calming down.
I don't. I want to see where this goes.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm fine with you.
If it goes real bad, then
I think
fine.
it should be I think it should be majority rules.
I would generally
Absolutely,
rather
yeah.
say over majority. I would rather unanimous decision unless it goes very south.
Yes, if it goes very south, then fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Yay,
Let's
yay.
let this play out a little longer.
Yeah.
So Max, what do you do now?
Well, he's gonna shoot out the windows.
Why? There's a front door.
Well, the guards would be coming through the front door.
You shoot out the window, and the civilians who are coming to investigate the sound all panic and run, and they're gonna go and get actual guards and soldiers.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
So, Max, do you want to revert?
I'm slowly leaning more towards revert. Yes.
Because, a gunfight, a firefight is gonna break out now.
Alright, fine. I'm one
Okay.
for reverting.
Who's putting forward the star points?
I'm putting my star point in there.
So, one
Oh.
from Max. I mean, from Seth, I mean. I need
I'll-
4 more.
I can
Put
put
it in
in
hunger.
at least 3.
You're gonna
even
put
though
in
I
3.
wasn't involved.
You cannot put in your hunger. You have to put in star points.
So how many do we have?
I need 1 more.
Fine, I'll throw it in, even though I wasn't involved.
So, has
How
you
far are we?
it's simply
we-
backtracking to the moment when he bent the bars, so he's not gonna bend the bars. You still left the room crying and went to Dr. Keith, and we're gonna explore what happened with that. So, you walk into Dr. Keith's office again. You walk into the clinic and he looks up and he's like, hello again. Barbara?
Hello?
Barbara?
Oh. Sorry, I thought we were going back to inside the cages.
No, we backed
No,
up. Oh no!
Wait, how far did we go back?
Just
And
to when
can
the
we
bar-
possibly go back to before Hopper was captured?
No. Real quick.
Oh, how about that?
Wait, what?
That veneered room. That's a star point.
But anyway,
So we went back
It
to
wa-
the moment when Max bent the bars and he didn't bend the bars. That's
Yeah,
how
and
far
you-
back we're going.
yeah, and you left the room
Wow.
because Seth snapped at
Yeah,
Barbara.
and you said you
Oh,
wanted
good,
to go and
that's
talk
still
with
canon.
Keith. You said you wanted to go and talk with Dr. Keith, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut to that. You walk into the clinic and he looks up and he's like, you're back.
Yes. I unscrew my metal arm and I take it off my stub and I go, there. Now it's just a piece of equipment. Now I'm completely synth. You happy?
Or you mean completely Splicer?
Yes.
And he blinks, he's like, do you want me to heal your arm?
No, I didn't ask for that. I want you to listen.
Okay.
I can't guarantee. I could ask the genome soldiers to fight for your cause, if that's what you want to call it. Personally, I think it's a vendetta, but I'm just an observer. But I can't guarantee that they'll stand by you. But because you're absolutely right, it is their choice and not mine, and I never claimed that it was.
I understand you are on the you are at the cyborg side. Did they tell
I
you
was.
why this fighting broke out?
Yes, they did.
What did they say?
Out of character, I can't remember exactly what they said, but
They told you that the splicers began engaging in open hostility against the cyborgs and engaging in hate crime against them, and it escalated from there.
yes.
That they were losing their minds from their lack of humanity.
Yeah. So I say that.
Hmm.
Again, their quote, not mine.
Do we look like people who have lost their minds?
Do you really want me to answer that?
The fighting was started by the cyborgs. They seek
Uh-huh.
to exterminate and eradicate us. Viewed us as inhuman because of the alterations we've made to ourselves. We are simply fighting to defend ourselves against them, to keep ourselves alive. It is
Oh,
us
really?
or them.
So you're saying that if they stopped fighting, if they stopped fighting you, you would be happy to coexist with them? Is that what you're telling me?
I can gladly help cure all of them of their ailments.
Okay, but what if they don't want to be cured? Are you completely happy with just coexisting, perhaps? Because I think you've seen living proof that that is possible. I wave my arm, like the arm that I'm holding.
You know, he's starting to clean some of his medical implements. He's like, to get those cybernetic devices working, they need to tap directly into your nervous system with the machinery. He motions to your stump where there is in fact still a little piece of metal attached to you that the whole the whole arm attaches to. That's tapped directly into your nervous system and connected to the electronics or to the electrical systems that run through your nervous system. It works by picking up the electrical impulses that the human body naturally gives off and translating that.
Very good.
Do you know what you can do?
You know your machinery.
Do you know what somebody skilled enough can do with that?
I imagine a whole lot.
They could hack the
I'm sure-
machine. And they could send a pulse back into your nervous system. Now, in you, that would likely just result in a incredible amount of pain and the loss of control of your arm, and probably collapsing on the ground. For some of those other cyborgs, they could completely have their body and mind taken over. Become a soulless puppet for anybody who wanted to use them. The simple fact of the matter is that merely by maintaining such a high level of cybernetic alteration that they have, they are a danger to everybody around them. At any moment, somebody could hack them and make them attack people. It's the same reason that your android friend is such a threat. And honestly, it's the same reason that the other robot is a threat. These machines, they don't think, they don't feel. And the more you make yourself a machine, the more you run the risk of removing your own ability to think and feel. The more you run the risk of becoming a machine yourself. If we want to live in a society of peace, where fighting like this won't break out again, we cannot have cyborgs. It's simply too big of a risk. Small prostheses like yours, they can be serviceable, but why do you choose to have that when I can give you a true arm? Your real flesh and blood arm that you can feel with back. Why do you choose to have a robotic limb when you could have anything on that stump?
Because I made it. It's mine. It's proof that I don't need anyone else.
He puts his hand on your shoulder.
I lost this arm.
I
I lost this arm when I fought my first monster, and it is a reminder of that pain I felt, and it has reminded me every single day to be careful.
What did you fight?
Oh, it was just this giant, genetically engineered centipede or something.
He holds out his hand, and you see a giant centipedal arm extend out of his hand, like an arm that looks like a centipede but has a hand at the end, and it has legs running up the arm. I could give you the reminder you want, and still have it be natural.
That's very out of character. That's very disgusting.
Yes. Also,
I have a gift.
can your arm do this? I like trigger a mechanism in the thing, and I shoot out the grapple fist.
I can make it capable of that. He closes his eyes and focuses, and you see the hand shoot off the centipedal arm with a big, like, tendon of muscle keeping it connected. I can give you whatever you want. I can make you stronger.
Is not about me.
I can make you faster. You need to understand that he looks at your robotic arm. That is a weakness, one that people will take advantage of. I can make you stronger.
Barbara is really doing everything she can to hold back her rage.
I can
But
make
she
you
takes a
human
deep breath.
again.
She takes a deep breath and she says, "This is not about what you can offer me, and frankly, I don't understand your obsession with trying to fix me. As if there was something wrong with me. This is about what I can offer you. And luckily for you, the cyborgs, they trust me. They don't know that I'm also genetically engineered. So,
You can be a
what I can do
sleeper
for
agent.
you, if you help me, and if you let my friends go, I will be a spy for them. I can infiltrate and sabotage whatever you want, and I can help you perform your silly little genocide.
It's not a genocide. We do not seek to kill them, we seek to cure them.
Oh, yeah, okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I don't care about your justifications, because really, you can't be reasoned with.
We are going to give them new bodies. We aren't going to kill them. You need to understand that. I have no desire to do that.
Against their will? You know,
Some people need to be helped against their will, because they
No,
are too
there's
far
a
gone to know
difference-
better. What do you do? What do you do when you put if you have somebody who's addicted? You force them into rehab to help them get better. These people, they're addicted to the cybernetic alterations. They're addicted to this change of their form, to this escape from humanity. You aren't. I can see that, and I understand that. You just don't understand the risk that you carry on you.
you know the difference between me and them? You spoke to me. You talked to me.
And you also didn't try to kill me and my friends.
Believe me, it took a lot of self-control.
Perhaps you can help. Come with me. He pulls the centipedal arm back into his body.
And I put the robotic arm back onto my body.
He takes you off into another, off to, their armory, essentially. He's like, we've been working on something to help us with them. To help us fight them. An EMP bomb. It's something that will, for a significant chunk of time, disable all of their cybernetic limbs. The part that we need to be careful of is to not disable, well, the life support of the city. So I can't do too strong of a EMP. And he brings you over and you see there's a large fucking explosive there. About the size, I'm trying to think of the scale of it. It's like a yard and a half across and 3 feet by 3 feet. You know? It's like a big square thing, or rectangular thing, and he's like, we've been designing this EMP to be exactly the size it needs to be, that if it's set in the center of the southern half of the city, it'll disarm, or it'll disable almost all of the cyborgs. If we're then able to get in quickly, we should be able to provide medical support to the ones that will need it when their cybernetic limbs that keep them alive, or their cybernetic enhancements that have replaced organs are shut off. I will be able to treat them, give them new bodies, new organs, and make them no longer susceptible to the exact attack we used on them. Another downside that these cybernetic limbs have that organic ones don't.
One that you'll happily take advantage of.
If it means survival. We'll set it off in the center of their town, and that will be, in a one swift move, allow us to win. The issue has always been getting it to there. But he motions over to the crates full of unique weaponry that they just got. One of those crates should be able to just about hold this bomb. Perhaps you and your friend, the frog, you can carry this to their side, say you took it from us, to donate to them. Bring it to the location it needs to be, and he tosses you a little, like, detonator device. You trigger it. Your friend will be shut down temporarily, and you'll lose control of your arm, but we'll be able to come back and reboot all of your all the technology that you're so attached to. Or, I can give you the new arm that I've been offering.
I don't want your new arm.
Understood, and I won't force it on you.
But you'll force it on others.
I'm doing what I have to help the people around me. This is for a fight for survival. It's us or them. And if we can take away their advantage, if we can take away their robotic limbs and turn them to the default again, reset them to pure humans without all these inorganic augmentations,
then won't you be the ones with the advantage?
And that means they won't be able to kill us. We're doing this because we have to. Because they are targeting us. You understand?
I'll never understand people like you. You're bigots.
Calling those who are persecuted against the bigots. Well, if you decide you're willing to transport the EMP, let me know, and we'll get it all set up. And if we are able to end this war because of your help, I'll help all your friends free of charge as soon as I can. He's gonna turn and start to walk away to head back to the clinic. And I think we're gonna end session there.
Okay.
This will give all of you guys time to mull over what options you want to do, talk with each other outside of game, and then have your characters come back and have the discussion in game.
Yes.
These are really the most unreasonable people.
What do you
They
mean?
are.
Like, they are literally impossible to be reasoned with.
I think both them and the cyborgs are really unreasonable on this whole
I
thing.
think every character aside from us is unreasonable.
I'm sorry if Seth became unreasonable.
See, a big part of the issue is both sides say the other started the fight. And both sides say they are fighting for their own survival and their own defense.
And when I tell them that both of them say the same thing, they're like, yeah.
But we're the ones
we're
telling
gonna
the
go through
truth.
with this anyways.
So the question is, who actually started the fighting? You know?
Well, I think the pulsars. Oh shit! I forgot a line of dialogue that I've been planning since fucking.
Oh,
days
what
ago.
was it?
Did he stop recording?
No, we're still recording.
Well, I was going to say that no matter who wins, the pulsars will never let you guys survive. You guys know too much.
Do you want to drop that in as he's walking away?
Yes.
We'll see, he says, and continues walking. All right.
I mean,
Hey.
I think the strategy for next session should be something about figuring out where Hopper went and how to get her back.
Mhm.
Nobody knows though.
She went.
Yeah, I
She
know.
got taken to the Southern Metro.
And they won't help us.
no, they won't.
We just
I
gotta
mean-
hack into their systems then.
I mean,
Actually, wait a minute.
hack
the
into. Hang
cyborgs
on, Max. Hack into what systems? You keep saying we just gotta hack into the systems. What do you mean by that? Whose systems?
You know the systems, man.
Whose systems? Who do you think has the information you're looking for? That's what I'm not
Exactly.
understanding.
Well, obviously, these guys don't know exactly where she went, so I don't think that the doctor would be exactly having all that information. But wouldn't certain pulsar tech be still lying around? Or communications or something like that?
Potentially, you could try and find where some pulsars are and get info from them. Yes, since pulsars is dealing weapons to both groups.
God damn it. This is really bad, actually.
What?
The cyborg army can help us, would probably be willing to help us save Hopper, despite the fact that they would have also sold her. No, Doodle. Would have also sold her out as well. But the what do you call them? The splicers are the only ones who can help the genome soldiers.
I don't even think the cyborgs would help.
Well, funny enough, the reason why I was trying to
I mean,
have Max break out.
you do know she was taken into the Southern Metro Tunnel. That's your best
Do we?
lead. Yeah, you watched her get taken, Barbara. You saw her
Southern
get
Metro
taken.
tunnel.
Yeah,
I
and
thought she was like taken outside like the city, like the
Yeah.
bubble.
that she was taken out. So the Metro tunnels exist. Hang on, let me.
Hang on. So why couldn't I just cut through the door then?
It's too thick. That's what they were telling you. One, it's too
I thought
thick.
they were telling me that
They said
it was like
they said
too
one.
toxic
Or
outside.
They said one, it's too thick, and two, they were like, we need these fucking things because if something were to happen that blew out the tunnel and they didn't have that, it would destroy the entire city. And the words. They. What am I saying?
Words.
What am I saying? The underground tunnels are not a maintained thing anymore, because the company that maintained them is gone. So those tunnels could give way any second and destroy everything. So they're like, don't destroy the fucking airlock, because if anything happens out there, we don't want to die because of it.
I feel like Barbara would have been more concerned about Hopper.
But also, it was too thick for you to cut through to begin with. And the only reason you couldn't open the
Right.
door was because they were like the pulsars had done something to stop the door from being able to be opened, like with its like controls, and it would take some time to fix that and get around it. So one group needs to go and repair that door for it to be opened, or you guys need to repair it. So real quick, the top bubble.
Okay, so we don't
this
even
is-
need to be dealing with this song and dance. We could just like
go after Hopper.
get everybody out and then fucking cut them off in the tunnels.
In theory, yeah. But right now, you have the issue of Max and Seth are locked up till they calm down, and you can't go after her until you know. So, this is a loose map of the cities connected. So, this up here, the top one, is Athens, and the one down to the right is Bibble. And you can see Athens has two southern metro tunnels. They are referred to as the East and West Metro by them. And then Bibble has the North and South Metro. So Hopper was taken to wherever the Southern Metro goes. Which, Oh, you know what? You guys totally would have ended up seeing a metro map when you went in. So let me quickly, hang on. I'm gonna quickly just draw up a map of the entire metro, because I realize that's a thing I can do now. Actually, I could have done that like a session ago. So give me 2 seconds, while I... What?
I'm gonna wait for the day that there's gonna be a splicer that just knows how to shapeshift and also adapt into the worst environments as possible, like fast evolutionize, and see how fast that will go and make it into illegal. I can't wait for that day. I'm waiting for that day. Literally, if they're saying androids are bad, I want to see the worst splicer that can adapt to its surroundings, possibly make viruses out of its body, and do some crazy shit. I'm waiting for that day. I'm so waiting for that day. I'm waiting for it. No, I'm waiting for it. Because if they say that, I want to see that happen.
Ryan?
I want to see it.
What's up?
You should probably check your Discord.
Why?
Just do it.
Hang on, let me go and just show the...
I feel like Doodle has been trying to tell you a lot of things.
Well, listen, I have so many notes I'm having to look at all times, you understand?
There was a conversation that was being said here. I also did post art, by the way.
I feel like
hang
that
on,
was
look at that
Barbara
second.
as a child. As a very, very little child. Oh, well.
I don't expect anyone to get it, but I get it because yes,
Get what?
the art that I posted.
Art?
Yeah, it's with my other character though.
Art?
I did a joke about it.
Ooh.
So I was like,
Big.
man, that guy ain't in that campaign. That would be really bad if he was.
So, this is what
Dude,
the
that
map...
guy ate your other characters.
Real quick, this is what the map of the metros looks like. Oop. Damn it. And the map you saw had a big red X drawn over this one down here. Which, and each of these is about 2 days on foot away from each other. On flight, or through flight with a ship, it wouldn't take that long. It'd take, like, maybe a day. Less than that. And it's worth noting that when you flew your ship out, Barbara, you weren't on the ship. Remember how I said that you saw, 1, a mountain, and 2, what looked to be a giant storm peeking out of behind the mountain?
Nope.
Well, that's the thing I mentioned. The mountain would be located around here, right in the middle of all of the cities on the metro. And the storm you saw would be around this city.
The storm would be in the Big X?
Yeah. The city that was X'd out on the map you saw has a storm circling it, like a big green tornado. And you are all currently, so your ship is up here, and you are all here in the red one. And Hopper was brought south.
That's Isengard?
Towards where the X is. And, sorry, correction. The reason they said they needed that airlock is because that tunnel is, exposed. Not because if it did become exposed. That's my bad. So they've said, like, you know, that tunnel,
So
if you open it up, is fucking deadly. but there's an airlock system, so you can go out if you have a protective suit.
Did they all have protective suits?
The people who took Hopper, yeah. And you know Hopper
Did
can survive
have
out
a
there.
protective suit?
Hopper doesn't need one. Hopper is a robot. Hopper and Torian can walk
Android.
out there no problem.
Yep.
Android is just a subclass of robot.
So the only way we could get to them is to go.
You would need to
Oh.
get some hazmat
So
suits and
Torian
travel
literally
south.
is the only one who could do that.
Yeah, unless you all got protective gear, which Max has protective gear, actually. I'm not
Yeah.
Max, Seth. I meant Seth. Seth has protective gear. My brain keeps mixing up names.
Technically, yes, I do have protective gear.
Yeah, Seth and Torian are the ones who can follow right now. You two would need to get, like, protective suits to protect you from the radiation and, you know, the lack of atmosphere.
I realized if the splicers weren't that bad, I would have been tempted to maybe add more genetic splicing in, but I realized nah. Not right now. My brain be
Also,
like climbing would be useful.
I just want to clarify that Max's original plan was to try to find the other robot group, and try to get them to hack. That's why he was trying to break out of the prison.
Like, you wanted to hack the cyborgs for info? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we still recording?
Yes.
Or, like,
I've not
are we
ended
still,
episode
like-
yet.
You haven't ended the episode yet?
No. We're still
All right,
on
well, hurry
YouTube and... Sorry, so... yeah, I just want to get that information out there because I realized you guys could actually know the map now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the northern top of that is Athens, and then the red one is Bibble. And, hey guys, look,
Yeah.
hang on.
Yeah.
If you look, you know, it's called the Broken Triangle Arc. Look at that. Do you see what that is? Do you see?
Is that Joe
Do-
Cypher?
Do you see
Oh my god, it's Joe Cypher!
the Broken
It's Bill
Triangle?
Cipher.
It refers to the metro line, guys. Go! It refers to the metro. Oh, Pog.
I can't believe it's Joe Cypher. I'm sorry. I've been watching a bit of Gravity Falls the last couple of days.
Why
I
do you
can't help
keep?
it.
Are you calling him Joe Cypher on purpose?
Yes, I am. It's a joke.
Okay.
It's Joe Cypher, guys.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you calling him that on purpose? That's his name. It's Josiah. If we want to be
Man.
proper, it's Josiah Syphilis.
Syphilis?
But he's Joe Cypher for short.
No, hear me out. This is this twin brother named Joe Cypher, and he's supposed to be the good version of Bill Cypher. He doesn't destroy
I like
the
that
world,
he's
he makes the
3D.
world better.
I like that he's 3D. He's got more depth to him. That's why he's good. All right. Anyway,
Alright, bye.
that's been Shadow Space. I hope everybody's
Bye.
enjoyed. Goodbye.
Take care.
Goodbye.